Okay, so how long is it going to take you to get up and running with erpQL? Now I'm going to assume a couple of things up front. That one, you have an erpQL account. That's the easy part. You just head over to erpql.com, you sign in, create an account. That gives you 10 days free access where you can test things out and make sure that everything works okay for you. So let's assume you've got that in place. Let's assume that you've got a Unit4 ERP environment up and running with your REST APIs provided. And let's also assume that you've got a Microsoft Copilot Studio account set up. Because we want to do something interesting in our example here, we want to connect your Unit4 ERP system to Microsoft Copilot so you can start running AI queries against this. So what is that going to entail? Well, I've been building customization and integrations for the Unit4 ERP system for around 20 years now, which is a scary amount of time. Um, but I've done this quite a lot, so I understand what is entailed here. We first need to package up our customization. That gets shipped across to the Unit4 support desk, where it gets sent onto cloud review. They review the code, and if they're happy with it, if it passes review, it then gets installed into one of your environments. You can then do your configuration part of setting up system parameters, flexi field groups, all that kind of stuff. And then once that's in place, you can actually start beginning to use the system. So we're going to be pretty optimistic that that's all going to work okay, in that we're going to pass review first time. So we're going to put a timer on the screen for, I don't know. Again, let's be optimistic. Let's say 4 days, and let's get cracking. Um, Actually, no, wait. We live in a modern cloud-based world here with REST APIs that are exposed to the outside. Surely we can do better than that. Let's be even more optimistic than our 4 days. Let's go for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Okay, so let's go. Let's sign in. And here we go. We're in the erpQL. Let's add a new environment. And we're just going to give this a test name. I'm going to make sure that AI is enabled on this. I'm going to head over to my Swagger instance, telling me where my endpoints are hosted. I'm going to copy this and put it into the base URI. And I'm going to put some authentication details in. Now, I'm not interested in SOAP web services at this stage, so let's go with this. Let's save this environment. And there we go. And now we've got our API key, so we can start making calls. Now let's waste some time. Let's check that this actually works. So we're going to fire up Nitro, which is provided to test using our calls. So we'll create a new document. We'll notice that our schema is pointing to the wrong place. So we're going to go into our help and we're going to go to making calls and we're going to grab our endpoint. We're going to paste that in here. And we need to provide our erpQL key. So we need a header. And we need to have our key that was generated. So let's drop into our environment, copy our key, drop that in here, apply this. Okay, now let's build a quick operation just to make sure that this actually worked. So we've got our test operation. I don't know, let's choose projects. Go and get me all the projects in the system. There we go. So we are connected to erpQL. So now let's head on over to Copilot. Let's create a new agent. And we're going to call this our erpQL agent. And we're going to say this gets Unit4 ERP data. And we're going to say you are an expert Unit4 ERP agent that can retrieve data using the erpQL tool. Let's create that. So we're now getting our agent ready. And now we've got to connect erpQL to this. So we're going to head on over to Tools. We're going to add a tool. Let's go to New Tool. We're going to choose Model Context Protocol. And we're going to say this is our erpQL agent. We just call it erpQL tools in the description. The endpoint, this is simply mcp.erpql.com, and we're going to connect with our API key. The header name, we got this before. This is our erpQL key. Let's head back to our tool, create that. And now what we're also going to have to do is add the key that we generated. So while that's saving that, I'll head back over here. Let's edit our environment and let's copy our key again. So we've got our tool. We're going to say create a new connection. We're going to drop our key into there. And this is now linking up our erpQL MCP server with the agent. So let's ask it a question. Summarize my ERP projects. We're going to run this. It's going to try and call our agent. It's not going to be able to do it first time. We've got to go to the connection manager and we've got to say connect it to our agent. And that's all we do. Submit that. Head back into here and we say give me a summary of my ERP projects. And this time we can see over on the left here, it's connected up, it's found the tool, it's asked for the ERP project summary thing, and here we go, it's pulling live data. So I can say, tell me more about the ALVE project. And we'll try that to make sure it's still working. Again, it's gone and got project by ID, we can see what it's doing, and here we go, it's going away. So there we go, let's stop the clock. We've created our erpQL environment, we've tested that we could actually run queries against it, and then we've created a Microsoft Copilot agent which talks to our live Unit4 ERP data, all under 5 minutes. So go and give it a go. As I said, 10 days free access just to test everything works for you. What have you got to lose? Give it a try. Thanks a lot.